What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, More Ash. Of course, we are here, blessed on another Thursday. I am blessed with the Gumbo team. What it do, baby?
Good.
What it do, what it don't,
What it
what it is.
do? Yes, we are here, of course, with the honor of having the pleasure of interviewing another Who Am I guest. Today, we are joined by none other than Money Matt. He is joining us virtually. What's going on,
Okay.
Money Matt?
Hey, how you doing today? I'm doing
Doing
good. I'm just hanging out.
Good.
We
We're
here with it.
doing well. We're glad to have you. Well, you are going to be a guest today on our Who Am I segment. So the first question, of course, is going to be tell Hits 92.3 fans and the Gumbo Radio Show listeners, who is Money Matt?
Okay, Money Matt. My real name is Matt Mansour. I'm a motivational hip hop artist from Cincinnati, Ohio. If you want to find out more about my music or about the things I've done in my career, you can visit my website at www.moneymat513.com. But I do mainly motivational, inspirational music, more like uplifting the soul.
Dope, and dope.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on the show, though, for real.
Hey, we appreciate you, bro, for sure, man.
Nah, it's always a pleasure. You know, like I said, I enjoy my music. I enjoy doing everything we do too. So I'm a 3-time award-winning artist. For those that don't know, over 1 million streams. I don't be on that flex too much.
Man, how did you get 1 million streams, bro? That's incredible.
Very.
It was kind of from just kind of building it up. Like it's over, so across all platforms, of course, not on one platform yet.
Yeah.
I'm aiming YouTube right now because Ain't Going's at 407,000 views, the video. So that's the one I'm kind of pushing the most right now, and Spotify's kind of following up. So
Yeah.
I mean, I did really well with numbers this year. Like, so we did 736,000 views across all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube this year. I didn't get a chance to check SoundCloud and the other reporting ones, but I got to get on digital radio trackers, see where else we got it.
Man, you
But
killing
those are all
it, man.
reported streams.
Killing it, bro.
I'm working on it, man.
Yeah,
So-
are you I heard a couple rappers saying they're using TikTok these days. Do you use TikTok for our social media?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going?
Yeah. It's going good. I mean, I've been on there clowning. I ain't gonna lie. It's like I've been on there. I like to have fun. So like I want people to see that side of me. And I kind of was like, you know, what better place to do it than TikTok and promote my music at the same time? Like upcoming videos, upcoming music dropping, it'll all be on TikTok. So
that's what's
trying to utilize everything we can get.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So tell our listeners how you started making music, man. How you got into music first, and then how you actually started creating music.
Okay. I started back when I was 15 years old. I started freestyling, and my bad, I'm over here trying to pick up a little bit. I started freestyling, and with my best friend Zach Smith in my mom's basement. We kind of just started one day, and you know, I took it, I ran with it, and at the time I was doing trap music, and I was like, you know, what way could I be original and be myself, and you know, like create your own genre of music. So that's kind of where the motivational hip hop came from. So like I kind of created my own lane, and I've been riding that wave.
That's what's up, Matt. And are there any current artists that you think kind of remind you of yourself or that you can relate to?
There's a lot of artists out there really like. So I grew up listening to like Styles P and Jadakiss, D Block, you know, DMX, Biggie, Big Pun, Tupac, of course. You know, like all the greats. These days I listen to Moneybagg Yo, Nipsey Hussle, Cincinnati artists. There's a few of them: Lou Bundy, my homeboy Doe Fresh out of Louisville. You know, my homeboy Gifted Ice out of Florida. Like, I mean, it's a lot of
name.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, it's all about growing and connecting with people, and like some people's music sticks with me more than others, so to say.
Right.
And I always like rocking independent music because I'm an independent artist. Like, I would love people to support what I'm doing too.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. I really don't listen to much mainstream rap right now, because the underground is really where you get the substance, you know what I'm saying, and get the true lyricists and all of that. But tell me about the hip hop scene in Cincinnati, and is it hard for artists to really gain a following in Cincinnati?
I don't want to say it's hard for artists to gain a following in Cincinnati. I think it's just your hometown in general. Like, where it don't matter where you're from. You could be from New York and in the middle of the Bronx, and at first they ain't never gonna support you until they see you touch other places. California the same way. Atlanta's the same way. I mean, of course, Atlanta's more open to independent artists coming from out of town, and they always open arm welcome. I mean, that's how it's been every time I've been there. But I mean, Cincinnati, it's a different type of music scene because everybody's an artist out here. Like, there's like 250,000 people that live in Cincinnati, and half of them are artists.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, it's wild. It's really like
competition.
Low key.
Yeah,
it's not really competition. Like, so like I met some like the artists from our city, like Lantana, Larry Smith. He's another artist. He just moved to Atlanta. Like there's a couple of them that are like starting to get up there. Lantana already made it, but like as far as Cincinnati music goes, I don't really fit that genre.
Yeah,
so like, I don't gang banging violence. Like not that I knock anybody that does. Like that's just not me. Like I don't want to glorify something to the youth that's not
right.
What it is when it's something different.
Nah, it's real. And do you feel that the industry kind of goes against putting out motivational lyrics, or as far as once you get in the industry, do you think that they push more of a not I don't want to say negative message, but the opposite of motivational? Do you think that's
yeah. I don't want to say yeah, they do that, because like Moneybagg Yo, he does like motivational trap music. I mean, he's got messages in his music too. Like every artist is different, of course. I think they do push the sex and drugs and money because that's what they think appeals to people. Like you got people that's out here that work everyday jobs that ain't never been in the hood, that ain't never sold a drug in their life, and they can't relate. So like you cut your marketability down so much when you just narrow one part of the game. Like I just told my buddy the other day, I was like, bro, they let me in the mainstream, it's over. It's over for the game. It's a wrap, because I'll be able to be put anywhere, corporate events, stadiums full of kids, families and family events, all that, NFL, NBA, MLB,
right?
You name it, I'll be able to go there because I got clean music. My music's highly marketable.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You're confident too, bro. Like you just know that you're gonna make it. You know that it's gonna happen, bro. Yeah, I love that about you, man.
I mean, it took me a while to get like this. Like when I first came out, I doubted myself a lot. There was a lot of doubt behind the scenes, like that I didn't really tell people. Like like I pushed myself to the limits, and then I felt like I got somewhere, and then it was like, oh well, you need to do this, do that, engineering. You need to get out there and try more. So I'm like, you know what, you're right. So we put up like 20 grand in 2019 just in travel expenses.
Wow.
I spent this year, I spent 10 racks going to Florida, put my flyers all over Florida, Largo. We put them in the gas stations. I put them in the bars. I put them in liquor stores. I put them in the clubs. Like we put them everywhere. So, I mean, I really believe in what I'm doing to the fullest. Like I really do. I stand by it because I put my all into God and literally watched it all expand, for real.
That's what's up, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. So Gumbo, we got a guerrilla marketing team too down here in Atlanta. So if you're looking for some guerrilla marketing services, hit up Gumbo after the interview. We got you, bro.
Hey,
we're gonna have the posters all over the city.
I'm all about, networking too. Like I'm not just an artist, like I'm a CEO, I'm a brand. Like Money Matt is the brand.
That's it.
Like I mean, I trademarked my artist name, and we trying to make it more than what it was. Like I'm officially a person in entertainment. If you go look it up in the trademark, and it's official, my name.
Right, it's official, bro. I like that.
Official.
It's very, very dope. So speaking of the genre, speaking of the inspirational music, what purpose does an inspirational artist have in society?
I would say to kind of uplift your spirit, like on them days you feeling rough, like I work, like right now I kind of look tired because I've been working every day since Thanksgiving. You know, a person like me that works all the time, every single day, day in, day out, they trying to get it for their kids like the right way. Because, you know, like I spent a lot of time living wrong. So now that I'm living right, I work every single day. I think that's the purpose, is to push you through them tough days.
Well, with that being said, why don't you take us into your song Purpose?
Hey, you about to listen to Purpose. It's a uplifting, vibing, clubby beat. So y'all sit back and enjoy.
All right, everybody, we are back. Of course, you are still here tuned in with the Gumbo Radio Show crew, baby. We are here joined for our Who Am I segment with none other than Money Matt, baby. He is in the building, well, virtually, of course. So since we're still social distancing and all, you know, we have to get you on the line virtually.
Nah, for
So
sure.
bringing you back into this interview, I want to ask you, it's an awkward question. It's kind of totally left field, right? So if you could be any object in the world, what would it be?
Oh wow.
Peace.
You would be
Hey,
peace. That's dope.
Hey,
I
that's a
love
good answer.
it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. That's
Peace.
super
I did.
dope.
I mean, and I say that because, you know, like I've seen both sides of life. Like, so my mom growing up, she was on Section 8. She lived in the hoods. My dad, he lived in the suburbs. So I was, like I said, I was blessed. And it was a blessing and a curse at the same time because I got to see both sides of life. I would say peace because that seems to be what everybody's looking for in both places.
Very
Yeah,
true.
very, very true. So one question for you. How does the creative process differ between being like an inspirational rap artist versus just a regular either trap or hip hop rap artist?
Um, I don't want to say it's like any different because, you know, I could do trap music, I could do R&B, I could do rock, we could do a country song if you want. Like, you know, like it's the creative process in general. Everybody's different. If I feel a beat, it's usually I'll pick a beat and I'll listen to the beat before I ever write a lyric to it, or I'll write something beforehand and I will go find the beat to go with them lyrics. And if I can't find it, you know, that ends up becoming an acapella. Like I coined the no beat, just bars right before T Grizzly stole it from me.
All right, that's dope.
Real talk. I did, for real. My homeboy told me about it. Him knocking on the table doing the on a No Effort album or something. I was like,
Yeah.
it's all good. I still got the no beat, just bars.
Right. It's all good. Hey, that just means you onto something, Matt. That means you onto something. Yeah.
And going back to what you said about the industry, you know, like the mainstream, what they do is they come down to the independent level. Like Rick Ross's song Trap.
Yeah.
My homeboy, his name's Raxamillion. Look him up. Look up the song Trap by Raxamillion and then go listen to the song by Rick Ross. He stole that song from him.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes. Like if you don't have your paperwork, or if you do have your paperwork, it just might be that way.
Right.
That's what's popping right now. They'll try to put their spin on it. And I'm not saying all the mainstream artists are like that. I think there might be some originality out there, but you know, most of these people got writers. I don't got no writer. I am the writer. I'm the writer.
All right.
I'm all that.
So Matt, do you think that an artist can make it without selling out in some way, whether that be sex, money, you know?
You know, I'm gonna have to say every artist is gonna have to sacrifice something, and it's really gonna be what are you willing to sacrifice to get to where you're trying to go. Like, and for me, like I said, I've been in a lot of situations where I've been offered deals and I've been offered distribution deals and 360 deals and all these flashy deals, but I never took none of them because I'm like, you know, I'm not willing to give up my masters and copyrights. I own that. Like I'm making, it took me a little bit longer to build it, but it's going to be there forever. No one made me.
Right.
I made me.
Yeah. And, you know, I think it's a blessing a lot of times when you succeed later. You know, you don't just come out and start succeeding. Like you go through the bumps and the bruises and you go through the valleys, you learn the lessons. And then once you learn all of that, now you can really appreciate, you know, the success once you get it. So I definitely vibe with you on that.
Yeah. And I think even the mainstream, they say overnight success is I believe is 5 years or something like that. Someone told me that like that. I was on the phone with a consultant and he was like, you know, they call it overnight success a 5-year journny. Like, you know, most of these artists don't 10, 20 years. Look at Ray Charles. Look at all the old, you know, there's a lot of them out there. So I mean, it's all about how you present yourself, and at the end of the day, if you can't make it better for the next artist in line, then I don't think they're gonna let you in anyway.
That's true.
Very, very true. Well, with that being said, let's talk about this record, Traffic.
Okay, so Traffic is a motivational song for sure. It's about me working at Amazon. When I was back working at Amazon, I'm now at FedEx. It's about me getting out and getting to it by myself, nobody overseeing me, none of that, and still overcoming obstacles in the way. Like, it has that street mainstream vibe, but you know, it's different. It's a different vibe for sure.
All right, we'll go ahead and drop your song.
All right, y'all tuned in to Gumbo Radio Show. You about to be locked in with Traffic by Money Matt. Let's go.
All right, guys, we are back. Of course, we are here with the Gumbo Radio Show, and we are still tuned in with Money Matt on our Who Am I segment virtually. So I'm going to throw a couple of questions at you left field before I let Naja see what he has for you, okay? So with these questions, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to give you some options, and I just want you to choose whatever option fits you best.
Okay.
All right. So choose a place to live. Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, or Nashville?
Nashville.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Choose some food to take out and bring home to your wife. Chinese food, pizza, burgers and fries, or Mexican food?
Mexican food. Mexican food for sure.
Which word?
Hey, wifey loves tacos.
Yeah, I think all girls love tacos.
Not for sure.
Which word describes you? Which word would describe you best? Messy, friendly, childish, or charming?
Charming.
Okay. And my last question.
For sure.
My last question is your favorite place. I'm sorry, in your home, your favorite place to be, on the couch, in the kitchen, outside, or in your room?
Outside.
Okay. Dope.
Outside.
I stole Naja's thing. So let me see if you have anything left for you.
You took your questions. He done left.
He left the building.
Come back. Where you go? He's like, I don't want to play this game no more.
Nah.
Oh, man, it's funny.
Oh, Money Matt, tell our listeners 5 pet peeves that you can't, things that you don't like.
I don't really got no pet peeves for real. I think keeping your hands and teeth clean, you know, that's a you gotta go for that. Like hygiene, personal hygiene. I'm gonna say personal hygiene. I can't really say I have any other pet peeves. Like, you know, I'm pretty tolerant. Like, I've been around all types of people. I was like I said before, on the come up with the music, I was a manager at Speedway. I was a GM at Gold Star. You know, I worked the ranks, so like I've met all types of different people, and I learned how to accept people for who they are. Really? You know, the pet peeve game, not really a whole lot other than personal hygiene. If you stink, you gotta get a shower, buddy. Like,
I need 10 feet. I need 20 feet.
I need at least 2 meters. At least. I need you to stay back.
Yo.
I need you to stay back.
I'm gonna tell you something that's really bad. When people have halitosis and they don't know it, they have no idea. I had a friend like that, real cool cat, but my God, it's no real nice way to tell nobody, you give some mints.
Yeah.
That don't even help.
I don't think
That don't even.
I don't
That
know.
don't even
My dad, he like growing up. So my dad, he's Middle Eastern, so he's really forward, like very forward type of dude. He's like we'll get up in the morning, just woke up out of bed, like 8 years old. He's like, your breath stinks. Go brush it. Like so like I think that just come from being raised like that. Like he was in the Air Force, so he's like military.
Straight up.
It's just straight up like bouncing coins off
That's
the bed.
how I talk to my kids.
Oh yeah.
I tell my kids
that discipline. Yeah.
No, you got to, and I think that's what lacks in this generation is they don't have the mental discipline or the time span in their minds to want to go and sit and learn for a long period of time. That's why they made TikTok.
That's true.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Short stemmed.
Yeah.
It's short stemmed.
Yeah,
and it's like I think social media in general shortens your attention span, especially Instagram. The swipe up, you're looking at so many different images in the span of like 2 minutes. It's like crazy how many images and videos and sounds you're hearing. All that going to the subliminal, to the subconscious mind. You're not even thinking about everything you picked up.
And I think what it does is it programs you to learn on a shorter length of time. So like that's why these kids are advancing so fast too, is because they're catching things that most people aren't catching in the first couple minutes.
You're so right, Matt, because like you say, taking in all of that so fast, you got to be able to process it quicker. And I guess over time, it's kind of like an evolution. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I mean, like I process on a high speed. Like I do, I deliver like 240 packages a day, and I get off at 2:00 every day. I be out there. I be walking, killing it with couches on my back. Like, and my boss asked me today. He said, why? He said, if you're doing so good in music, why are you at work? I was like, cause man, I still got kids at home. They gotta eat. I gotta make sure I got money saved. Like I gotta have money to invest in myself. Like it's not just overnight success like everybody thinks. And that's one thing about music. If you're gonna do music, you better be prepared to go either the long haul or you better just not do it.
That's it.
Not do it. You better have the rackies in too, because if you ain't got no money, you ain't going nowhere.
Yes, man, that is so true. A lot of people do it to say they doing it. They're not doing it to win.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to win. I'm trying to win it all.
That's it, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Trey,
real.
Matt,
and that's what
you say. You trying to double up.
I mean, I am. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it triple up if I can. But yeah, doubling up is where we headed for.
I see it coming, baby. I can see it coming, Matt.
So tell us about Double Up and drop the song.
Double Up is another motivational track. It's a club banger. It's mainly about giving your all, putting your all into God, and putting your life in His hands and letting see what that does. I mean, I don't want to say it's Christian rap. It's definitely inspirational. That you listen to that song, it's gonna lift your whole soul up. So you tuned in at the Gumbo Radio Show, hearing it now. Double Up, Money Mac. Let's go.
All right, everybody, we are back and we are still here jamming, of course, with Money Matt for our Who Am I Today on the Gumbo Radio Show. And we want to just get into some quick, before we have to let you do your shouts out and everything. I want to see if Naja has some quick, left field, nosy time questions maybe for you.
Nosy time.
That's right.
Let the listeners out there know, Money Mac, 5 things you can't live without.
Man, 5 things: air, water, a heartbeat.
Hey, he said air and a heartbeat.
That's smart. That's smart. You got the right answers.
Real talk. Like, real talk. Water for sure, like, real talk. Water. I got my water in my hand. You can't see it, but, I got my water here with me.
Real talk. Water.
I would say the last thing I can't live without is God.
Okay.
I like that right there.
Yeah, good.
Air, I think, is the first one, man. I don't think nobody ever said air. Or a heartbeat. That's the first time.
Yeah, heartbeat. I hadn't heard that.
No,
that's true.
It's true.
That's
It's
You
very
can't
true.
live
I mean,
without the heartbeat.
most people say they love ones and all that. I ain't about to put that out there. Like I don't know. No offense to like whoever the listeners are, but like some people out here really trying to just cap up rappers. Like they just shot a rapper in New Jersey in broad day.
Right.
I don't never
right.
be posting no locations. We in Los Angeles.
Right.
We
Smart.
get back to Pennsylvania.
Hey,
You feel me?
Rap is a dangerous game these days. Like my goodness,
It is.
we need some motivation out here because these guys, I don't know what's going on.
Man, I'm just trying to lead the way. I'm telling
That's
you,
it.
I'm trying to lead the way to a bigger upbringing of people that really can, not be afraid to be themselves. Like I'm 100% myself. I even tell my people I work with, like, they know about my past. They know about me being in the streets. I told them I was upfront with them. Like, if you can't be upfront about what you lived about, then you should not be doing it. Period.
Real.
Like you shouldn't have to lie to get to where you're trying to go to. And
Right.
that's one thing I can't sell out. I can't do it.
True.
So what's your opinion?
Moses,
Real quick, what's your
go
opinion
ahead.
about rappers that do that? Like rappers that portray one image and they're totally the opposite of that, but they actually use it in their benefit to get to where they're trying to get to in their career. And they call it entertainment, by the
I
way.
mean, yeah, no, I mean, I'll say to each his own, to each his own for sure. Like, I ain't gonna do it. If you don't like me, you better genuinely not like me, but you gonna respect me for sure. Cause like, at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, man, I know Money Matt, and I ain't even blown up yet. Like, I was in Macon, Georgia, or I think I was down in College Park, and it was like, hey, yo, ain't you Money Matt? Like, it was wild. I was like, what? Who, me? Like, like, it threw me off. It was the first time it ever happened, and
That's funny.
like when it happened to you, it's cool that people remember you like that. Like they remember the good things about you, and that's kind of what I'm in for. Like I want people to remember. I did a bunch, like I said, I did a bunch of bad things in my life. Like I never been to jail or nothing like that. Served no hard time like that, but I've done things in my life that I don't want to say I regret, but I learned from them, and that's why I do what I do.
True. That's what's up.
Man, I dig that, man. Trust the love.
But yeah, going back to the question, not to cut you off, but going back to the question, if they do it, that's up to them. They call it entertainment, that's fine. But I mean, there's some forms of entertainment you gotta do, but there's some forms that you can't. You gotta have some more morals about. And that's really where I'm at with that.
Yeah, that's very true, man. I guess it's all about what level you're trying to succeed to. As far as
in the music industry,
that's what me and Ash are talking about. Is levels to it on the sacrifice, humiliation, pushing the gay agenda, blood sacrifice, and basically
money,
babies,
finances,
molesting children,
that too,
everything.
All of that.
Like let's talk about signing you a check and you eat a baby for dinner.
Right.
Let's
get to it, man.
Real
This
talk.
is real.
I ain't gonna
That's
hold
facts,
you
though.
up. I ain't gonna hold
No,
you.
that's
My
facts.
homeboy, if it was about what you lost along the way, I should have already been there because I lost all my friends. Only person that's been rocking with me, that's still rocking with me, is my wife. Like she's my biggest supporter.
Right.
She's a cheerleader on the team. She a manager if I needed her to be. I taught her everything I know. So when it does get to that point, I have management, but we have backup help too. We got help. I got business professionals that are linked in with my brand, marketing experts. I'm all about the networking and Money Man, it's the way. Like we the brand, catch the wave or drown in it.
It's the way. Let's go.
Real talk.
Hey.
It's real.
But Money
love it.
Money Matt, is always a pleasure, and it has been a pleasure. This is an amazing interview, but I want you to go ahead and shout out anybody that you want to shout out, and also tell people where they can find your music and what's next to come, what we should look out for.
Okay. First of all, shout out to my wife, my dad, and my kids. My manager. Shout out to BMO Magazine, the Underground Music Awards platform. Shout out to the SEA Music Awards platform down in Biloxi, Mississippi. We'll be down there in May. Shout out to any artists out there doing it. If you're doing it for a reason, don't change like the season. You know, that's in the upcoming. I'll get to that, but you know where you can find me at everywhere. Go to the website moneymat513.com. Everything's on there: social media, contact page, email, music, all that. So you can get it there. You can follow me on IG at moneymat_513. Um, and you know, we're just trying to make a better day for the next generation. So I mean, Money Matt, the money will never change me too. That's what that means. So I had to make sure I said that because a lot of people like, you like money. That's why your name's Money Matt. Nah, the money will never change me because I like who I am. Like, granted, you know, it's a different way to go about it, but you know, like I said, it's always a pleasure for the interview. I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you, Matt.
Shout out to Gumbo Radio Show.
Hey,
thank you, bro. We appreciate you, Matt.
The hottest interviews on the planet. Like, really, I'm gonna send y'all a drop that say that.
Let's get it.
We appreciate that. We'll be looking out for that too. We're gonna hold you to that, Matt.
No, real talk. I will, because so upcoming projects. I'm working on my first debut album. It's the first ever 50-track LP that you'll ever see in independent music, professionally engineered, mixed and mastered. Cover art was made by M Graphics out of Columbus, Ohio. It's called The Book of Matthew Unscripted. It's a 50-track LP, acapellas. We got everything on there: pain music, R&B, everything. I got simultaneously mixtapes coming up right after that. So right around when you meet, you'll see a couple other drops. This What You Want Volume 2. It's a trap music mixtape I created back in 2017. I did this What You Want Volume 1 because I do realize there's people that like trap music. I can do trap music because I mean I've been through a significant amount of things that I'm not lying about what I'm doing, but I don't really, when I do trap music, I don't dig in deep into it, like breaking down and all that extra stuff. Like, I tell you what it is, and the best way to change about it, I still got the motivation in there. So that's the purpose of that project. And The Weight of the World on My Shoulders, Volume 1. So.
All right, well, dope. I'm gonna sneak and ask you for two things while we live on air.
Okay.
All right. So one, we have a Gumbo Radio Show track that we've been doing. It's an indie artist song. We have about 4 artists on the song right now. I would like to have Naja send you the song and the vocals and all that stuff. And whenever at your convenience, you could jump on the track and then send it back to us.
Okay.
If there's no limit on bars or anything, we just ask you to deliver, go hard until you're done. And we'll just
I always do.
Yep, and we'll just keep looping it and put the next artist on there, but it'll just be a long track basically that never ends. Also, I'm looking for artists to include in my book that I'm coming out with. So I would like to see if you'd like to be a part of that. I have 2 artists so far that have sent me their info, and all I need is a bio, a picture, and a verse, original verse of yours that you would say would be either your most sentimental or personal verse or your best verse that you think that you've ever written. And it's called More Bars with More Ash, and it's just highlighting certain bars from independent artists and talking about that artist.
Yeah, I definitely love to be a part of that. I put my very first song on it. It's No Beat, Just Bars. Without
okay.
Beat. So yeah, I got you.
Perfect.
I got you a little segment in it that I think everybody's really gonna like this album. I can't wait to see everybody's reaction.
Can't wait,
bro.
It's
gonna be direct buy. It does say on the Facebook, it'll be available on all major streaming platforms. We're gonna put some of them out there, but we ain't putting the whole thing. Like, if you want the album, you gotta buy the album.
Right.
You can get the mixtapes for free. You can download them, listen to them, Apple Music, Spotify, all that. So. That Piff, whatever. We gonna put it everywhere just so people can hear it.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. And make sure to let us know when you release that album so we can let our listeners know, man.
Oh, nah, for sure. I'll actually be sending out, I'm actually gonna be doing the email drop list like I do every time I release a project. So people have the opportunity to actually get a free project from me if they listen to the entire project, no matter how many days it takes. They have to email me feedback. Maybe something on a song that they really liked or something they really hated about it. I always ask for one of each. That way I can kind of get a vibe, and I use that as feedback in constructing new works of music for people.
Smart, for sure. So, hey, you send that over, we'll let you know, bro, for sure.
Nah, for sure. It's going to be a long listen for sure, y'all.
Well, you know,
Are you
it's
ready,
always a
man?
pleasure, and we're always looking out for your music. We have 4 tracks for Money Matt that we will be playing one song each week for the next 4 weeks, starting this week. So we will definitely be airing those songs out. And yeah, we look forward to everything that you have coming in the future, doing business with you, and just growing in general. So, of course, we are wrapping up this Who Am I segment with Money Matt. We appreciate you. You guys are tuned in with the Gumbo Radio Show and the Hits 92.3 platform, baby. We are going to be right back with your Mo Mix. You guys are tuned in. Stay locked in.